We're going to also talk about what the government's looking at, and then we're also going to get into how to be a better leader. So I'm really hoping that we can have a good dynamic presentation. We're going to record this. We want to give you a tool that you can also share with your downline. So let's get started.
Woo!
We're all here. Let's be leaders, right? Remember, you guys are the leaders of Beachbody. You guys are the ambassadors. You guys lead by example. It's so important that you show what it's like to be a Beachbody coach. And one of the things that we always try and impress upon when you call in and we have different conflicts is try and go back, right? When you started as a coach, what did you really need? Did you get the guidance, or were you kind of left alone? Were you able to be helped? Did different people reach out to you, or were you struggling? So really try and go back to those first moments and give to your new coaches the things that you wish you would have had. I think that's a great, great litmus and will really help as you go along. Remember, Beachbody Ambassador, we're going to keep going back and back to this because that's the key of how you want to be seen and how you want to act. I know everybody reads the P&P frequently, every night probably. Keep going back to it, personal development. But again, the P&P is going to set exactly what you can and can't do, and it's really going to help guide us. So, regulatory update, I try and do this every time. We have an interesting White House. Probably you didn't know this, so a little interesting time we have right now. Our current White House is not as active in regulatory affairs. The FTC has been a little quiet. Because of that, we have very, very active states right now. So actually there's been more activity than there's ever been. So a lot of people, even when we've been contacting them, have been wondering, you know, last year we had a big Herbalife action, we had a big VEMA action. There hasn't been a big action yet, but we're all waiting to see what's happening. And actually Monday, so in 2 days, Jemima and I are both actually flying out to DC, and the acting commissioner of the FTC, we're going to sit down with her, and have a really detailed meeting to see what exactly is happening with that. But Tina, has anybody heard of Tina? So if you ever want to hear what Tina's up to, go to tina.org. It's Truth in Advertising. They love picking on MLMs. So they show up, they go to opportunity meetings. There's probably been people at your meetings. They're videotaping, they're posting it online. So it's really important that we stay genuine. It's really important that we obey our rules of the road. The two biggest things that are being looked at right now are the two things that we've trained on every single time. So we're going to talk about them at length. Deceptive income claims, big no-no, and deceptive product claims. If we stick to those two things, we're way ahead of the game, but it's the two things that are getting picked out time and time and time again. So, this list right here are the 5 top things that compliance looks at. So when you're talking to your teams, show them these 5. If they're ahead of these 5, they're going to be ahead of compliance, I promise. So, income claims, product claims, support and training, non-solicitation and poaching, and creating other streams of income. So we're going to talk briefly about each one of these. Number 1, income claims, right? It's so, so important that we never talk about this income opportunity as a get-rich-quick program. Remember, just like you can't achieve your health and wellness claims overnight, you can't achieve your income claims overnight. So number 1, not a quick get-rich. Number 2, a picture's worth 1,000 words. We're seeing more and more what the regulators are looking at are pictures. So, you know, that picture where you stand in front of your new car or your yacht or whatever you have, that's just as deceptive, they're saying. And number 3, using the right income disclaimer. So, we all like a game. We are going to play, if this works, red light, green light, right? Okay? And you guys get to participate, okay? So you're gonna yell out, red light, green light. Right? All right, number 1. Making lots of money as a Beachbody coach is easy. Don't you want to earn $5,000 in your first month? Red light, green light. Right. No, that's a red light. However, as a Beachbody coach, I was able to help people and their families get healthier and happier while also working to earn great additional income. Yay, well done. Green light. Join me as a Beachbody coach and you too will be a millionaire. Right? Yes. No, that's red light. As a Beachbody coach, you have the opportunity to earn income by helping others reach their health and fitness goals. Green light. See, we still want you to be able to talk about the opportunity. This isn't, you can't ever talk about earning money, but you work hard and you stick with it, and that's how you can talk about it. And like we also said, pictures matter. I want to thank Jeff Hill. He allowed us to take a picture of his beach house. Thanks, Jeff. Loving the view from my new beach house that I paid for in cash. So right there, what do you guess this is going to be, right? Who wants in on this business to get your dream home? Thanks, Beachbody. That's a red light. Big, big red light. However, working as a Beachbody coach, not a couch, has allowed me to help a lot of folks, and now I've been able to put my hard work to good use. Hashtag beach time, right? Green light. You guys do amazing stuff. Share it, brag about it. We love seeing that in compliance as long as you do it right. And here's another example that we wanted to show where you actually talk about earning money, right? Working as a Beachbody coach, where I've been able to earn an extra $1,000 a month has allowed me to take my family on a wonderful beach vacation. Talk about the money. You're not talking about millions and millions, but if you're going to talk about money, that's when we use the income disclosure, which everybody has memorized, I know, but you see it right there. And remember, it's important that it's got to travel with the picture, because if you bury it down in the comments and if people grab your picture, it doesn't always go with it. So again, we're going to post these, but instead of just saying what you can't do, we want to try and give more and more examples in compliance of how you can do it. So once again, reach out to us. We want to enable you to grow your business. We are not the no department. We're the let's do it this way department. And also, now that we're open in the UK, who here is already working with UK coaches? Wow, that was really exciting. Wow. Yay, all right. Yay. So when you're in the UK, they have a different income disclaimer. So this is the one in the US and Canada. And under UK law, this is the one under UK. So don't get angry at me. Don't get angry at Jemima. We didn't write it. This is under UK law. So again, it's just a reminder that when you're in different territories, there's different kinds of disclaimers that have to be used, okay? I know, that's why we became independent. What, that scored? Wow. Hashtag Hamilton. So, number 2, product claims. This is the second biggest thing. Again, just like we talked about with the income claims, there's different kinds of product claims that are going to follow in the different kind of countries. So as we're using it and we're putting out the assets of Beachbody, make sure that you're looking at them the same way when we're using them in different countries. So again, typical examples that you'll see, results vary is what we can use in the US and Canada, whereas in the UK, they're very, very keen. You have to talk about an eating plan. So they'll say results vary based on effort in following Beachbody's healthy eating plan. We'll talk about people doing multiple rounds. We'll talk about people being an independent Beachbody coach. It's very important when you're posting, talking about results or reviewing a product, you always have to identify yourself as an independent Beachbody coach, because that's under FTC law, because it's their endorsement, right? You are what they consider a biased testimonial, which is great. You're a product of the product. You just have to identify yourself. And again, anything with the FDA. So anytime we're using it, exactly how we have it is how you want to have it. And if you're not sure, again, go to compliance, we'll get right back to you. So I just wanted to give some real examples, right? Here you see, all right, should have led. So here we have an independent Beachbody coach disclaimer, and we also have a results vary disclaimer. And back to red light, green light. What do you guys think? Red light, green light? Yeah. Tight chain's good, it's not that good. And you have no idea how badly that neck tat hurt me. I mean, oh. What happened in Vegas did not stay in Vegas. But that's definitely a red light. This is my hair before Beachbody. Again, Shakeology cured my hair loss. No, that's another red light, right? So support and training, right? Here's a really, really important one that's getting a lot of attention. Being that leader. A lot of people are calling in and calling compliance and asking for help and saying we're getting zero help from our leaders right now. Please engage with your teams. When you're calling compliance, you're hearing us. We're reaching out to your uplines. We're communicating. But this is the #1 thing that's coming into compliance. People are feeling abandoned right now. They don't know what to do to get help. And if somebody isn't your direct personal sponsor, if they're not in your team, if you have assets that you can share, if you have a page that has information, We're all part of Team Beachbody. Can we share? Can we just all align in this room as leaders to help people? Yes? All right. All 6 of you, I really appreciate that. Thank you. What we're not here to do, though, is tell you exactly how you should train. And this is an issue that we talk about a lot. Some people do Facebook pages. Some people do weekly calls. Some people do in-person meetings. Compliance is not here to tell you how you should train. You need to train. You need to give support. But you are your own CEOs. We think that is so critically important. So we get a lot of calls saying, this coach gives that kind of training and my coach doesn't. Again, we're not here to referee that kind of stuff. Communicate with your upline, communicate with your downline, build teams, but again, this is leadership. You guys are the leaders. It's really important that you take that active step and let people feel supported. Time after time, we really notice a little bit really goes a long way. Give a little bit of attention. Remember what it was like when you were starting out in this business. You don't know what you're doing. There's all these big name coaches. You're just trying to do the right thing. Please help people. It's a big thing that we're going through right now, so I wanted to add it to our list. Non-solicitation and poaching. Remember, treat others how you want to be treated. It's a big thing. We're seeing a lot of coaches, either they want to go out and they want to sell wine or they want to sell tires or whatever they want to do. Don't jump in the sandbox, because we're seeing a lot of people, and I know how aggravating it is when people are going in and they're rating you and they're poaching you, and these are sometimes people who are your friends. These are people who you let in and you shared your information with them. If you're in that situation, let us know, because we usually know people in the other MLMs and we will reach out to their compliance department, because that behavior is unacceptable, okay? We are here to protect you, okay? We do not want you guys to be victims. However, starting a flame war on Facebook and attacking them and jumping in the sandbox, it just belittles you. We don't want you to have to do that, okay? Let us fight that fight. How you react to the behavior is really important, okay? So let us fight that fight for you, but that doesn't mean we want you to continue to be victims, okay? So, good, reach out to us, have us help, but don't allow yourselves to keep getting raided. We're seeing more and more of the poaching, and we really want to help you put a stop to it. Our 5th topic, streams of income. Don't cross the streams. I realize that I'm old when I'm making a Ghostbuster reference, and it's the guys. So I apologize. We will redo it and put the new Ghostbusters up there with it. But again, you guys have built amazing businesses, and part of this also is we know that you want to explore other business opportunities. And there's a big difference between other MLMs and other opportunities. So as you are building your different desires, reach out to compliance, because if you're doing things that are not related to training and support materials, we have no issues with it. But again, what we don't allow are how I became a successful coach, or pay $9.99 a month and I'll teach you how to build a network marketing business. Because all these different microeconomies are a huge distraction. They raise the price for new coaches, and we've seen it become extremely detrimental to other network marketing companies. I know you've heard us talk about this time and time again, but we always get asked, why don't we allow people to sell training tools? But that's why. You can offer them for free. If you have a great new system, please share it. You know, we want other coaches to benefit, but you can't sell other training tools, okay? So again, red light, green light, buy my online training course of how I became a top elite coach for just $99.95 to help your success. Red light, green light, red light. You can't do that on any kind of a page. That's selling tools. However, check out my new line of jewelry on my updated Etsy page. I really mean it. Check out my new line of jewelry on my Etsy page. That's a green light. So the last thing I want to get into a little bit with my remaining time is, what is leadership? Because we talk a lot about it, and I want to hit it from the compliance side. Because leadership's really different from all of us, but there's a lot of commonality. Who do you want to be, right? Some people want to be Lincoln, some people end up being Napoleon. It brings out a lot of different sides in us that we don't even realize. So when you envision yourself as a leader, how do you want other people to think of you is really important, and I think it's worth spending time to check in with people. Check in with your downline, check in with your upline. How do they envision you? Are you a strong leader? Are you a gentle leader? Are you a powerful leader? How do they see you, and how are you going to be remembered is really important. And one of the key things that we want to really help you with on the compliance side is conflict resolution, right? I assume everyone in this room being a leader at some point has dealt with some kind of conflict resolution, whether it's from your kids, whether it's from your parents, your spouse, but especially within your team. We're seeing a lot of requests to help people with conflict resolution, okay? So this is always going to come up. Remember, disagreements, it's always going to happen, but cut the gossip. And again, not doing it online is a huge, huge plus. Bring people together, have a direct conversation, staying calm, staying focused, and remember to stay neutral. Taking sides within your downline never helps. The ability to forgive is extremely important. We see this all the time. And again, I'm sorry I keep saying it, but a lot of people in this room I've reached out to, please do not use social media to air your grievances. It makes all of us look small. It makes all of us look like we're not unified, and usually we regret it. Another tip, if you're upset, writing in all caps and putting a bunch of exclamation points doesn't usually play well, so I've seen that happen. And again, after everything's done, take a breath, follow it up in writing. We've seen that happen a lot. It really helps. We do that even within the legal department after we have a little bit of a disagreement. We let it calm down and then we follow it up and then we go back to it. It's really helped us. So I wanted to try and put this into practice. I asked Jemima to just do a mock exercise of an angry email, and it took her about 6 seconds to send me this, which she really dug deep, I guess. I didn't realize that she had this at her fingertips to send to me. Jonathan, I'm not sure why I always feel the need to make my days so bleak. Just because you enjoy being an a-hole doesn't mean the rest of us have to put up with your crap. Once in a while, it would be nice to hear a kind word come out of your big important trap. Are you just too damn lazy to come and talk to me? I know you're my boss, but don't ever speak to me like that again, understand? Thanks, Jemima. Obviously a complete mock exercise that she had ready to send to me. Feeling good. That's a no, Jemima. That's a big no. Big no. Instead, yay, coming together, seeing eye to eye.
She looks thrilled.
That was so we can figure out what to order for lunch, by the way. So again, we have an expanded compliance team. Can I just hear a round of applause for our compliance team? They were so freaking hard. We have 5 dedicated people that all they do is think about how to make things better. They care so deeply about everybody in this room. They care about your downline. They care about doing the right thing. Reach out to them. We expanded our hours because we want to give UK expanded support. So they're 6 to 6 on Pacific time. Right now, we do not have somebody in the UK. As it continues to grow, we know that we'll have to have somebody actually in the UK. Again, we're here to grow with you. We're here to work with you. Reach out to them. Reach out to us. We're here for you, compliance@beachbody.com. When you are connecting with them, please thank them. They work so hard. I know a lot of times you're frustrated, but shoving your frustration at them isn't always the best way to try and get instant help. But again, we appreciate your help. We are here because you're here. You inspire us, you drive us. And I know compliance isn't the sexiest thing, but I really appreciate you guys coming in and being part of this keynote speech. Thank you.